Diva. Pretty standard for them here with Landon piloting the Juno with obviously the Lucio gone here. It'll be Juno Brig.
Simple on the Kiriko. Very high skill option, one that could make a difference. Flanked as well by Quartz's Freya. You've got so much on your plate right now, Ziad. Can you manage this pressure? Kelix's Brig, though, giving them that stability in the front line. Two different visions for the match. Who will reign supreme here on this opening fight?
Yeah, I mean, TVNT getting in the mix with the Ram just runs down Kelix. You're not having that speed to get that Brig out of the way. Quartz takes some shots. He is finally finished off by Labda, so a lot of that pressure that's going on to Ziad is gone, but Ziad's at a mech.
Labda's still in this. Has found 2 kills in the fight. Surely they don't have a way back into this. Sojourn can't quite get any more done. And TVNT frontlining on the Ramatra. Gonna be a difficult tank for you to dislodge here, running that Brig. Support ultimates still a few percentage away. Twisted Minds, will they go aggressive? They're content to hold this down, run the clock out, force Alcacilla to get aggressive. Here comes the rush, finally out of Simple, pushing the aggression. Responsive orbital ray from Castilla, keeping it Kelix alive, but just barely. Twisted Minds fighting this brawl in Quartz is good for 1. Can he find more? And this is last fight, no chance to reset for Alcacilla.
Yeah, I mean, much different here than our first game between these two teams.
Ziad
flies on in, takes out Quartz, so not done just yet.
May have turned the tide. That's Checkmate's wall deployed now. Getting energized, Ramatra up in his face. That TP not far enough away, but he's dancing well enough.
Annihilation, they're gonna go in with the orbital ray.
It's all in here. Both teams heavy committing. Labda with the OC. Huge threat, very scary to walk up into this. Simple, TPing out now on the Kiriko. Labda really firing on all cylinders, and that's gonna get the kills that Castilla needs. Ziad, though, out of the stoop, pops the self-destruct, but the bullet shot to the face overwhelms him.
And they still have TVNT alive and both support, so they're gonna go back in here and fight this. As Simple finds Labda. You do have the rally here for Kelix. You almost have to think about investing it. You back up a little bit, you might end up giving up the checkpoint. He's gonna have to use the rally.
Yeah, rally keeps him alive, but not for long. Quartz hunts him down. And it's all Twisted Minds here in the feed. Opening round of Nepal, secured. On breaking that matchup, I mean, who can you go for? Incredible mobility in the enemy team, and now Kelix over to the Juno, Landon to the Kiriko. So Castilla taking the option to slow things down a little bit. Give themselves more of a fighting chance in that poke battle. But no matter what you pick, it's gonna demand that you go toe-to-toe with one of the best to ever do it in Quartz. Labda, is he up to the test?
I mean, Quartz clearly climbing up the ladder in terms of hit scan players in the world, maybe sitting at the top at the moment, as TVNT shield off to the side, TP in front, they're gonna try and take some of this space away.
TVNT putting the screws now to Castilla. Ziad steps up on the point, but is already low. Has lost that armor. This Him turret's annoying, but he's still putting a lot of pressure down on the point. The heals are very good from this Castilla backline. He can't quite get the cap flip.
Well, I think Twisted Minds is fine with them taking that position on the point, as they do find checkmate. Finally, a TP comes in and they try and get aggressive. But Alcad, you have to go down there and try and take point. As Ziad, hold on, he finds two, he makes it out.
How does he do it? He's dancing with death and just coming out the other side. Ziad soloing this fight very nearly, and TVNT left alone on the point.
TM should not lose that fight, Jake. They get checkmate first, right? They get kind of what they want. They have this like a little bit more pokey style of play. They want to play off to the side, over on the bridge, force Alcad to the point, put some pressure on.
And Ziad Castilla pushed back for the moment, not wanting to take that frontline trade into Ramatra. And Quartz with some open firing lines here, putting pressure down, but it's not enough for the flip just yet. Castilla happy to play this one slow, patient, not giving any opportunities to the superstar hit scan. Now he goes in deep, but a rail to the face will dissuade him for now.
Yeah, I think they were looking at maybe trying to get in there, connect with a bolo shot, capture a player or two.
Ziad out of the stoop. He's going to be going down here. Surely TVNT has him dead to the right. Quartz has found Labda in the meantime. So Twisted Minds, the raw death matching gets them right back into position, and it's huge for them that they're able to win that without deploying any ultimates.
Alcacilla. Alcacilla, though, going to be having all 5 ultimates here coming up shortly.
Quartz is ready for that, put some damage down. Ziad has the Mega to work with, though. Pulling a lot of resources here. Looks like he messes up. Ziad fell off the map. A rare mistake from a young superstar. And Labda pops OC, not going to find anything at all with this.
Yeah, and it looks like Ziad actually tried to like take his mech up into the sky and then kind of come down and land on top as they push the spawn. I like this move from TM. Just kind of stagger out Labda even longer. You know, he just doesn't clip the side of the map and land back.
Ramatra so difficult. Castilla take it wide. The stim wall providing healthy cover for them to touch the point with the TV board from Yubi. He's taking this fight head-to-head here, battling on the objective with a symbol of his own. Ziad somehow finds Funny Astro, taking down one of those key healers, but Quartz strikes right back. The self-destruct from Ziad. Center of the point, TP forward. He's back in the suit, but Twisted Mind still fighting, still in control of this point. Yubi on the Symmetra, maybe doing just enough, and with checkmate falling. Ziad out of the suit as well. TM holds strong in what could have been a terrifying situation. That's all of the ultimates.
Twisted Mind's on fire here to kick things off.
Tracer can get the touch, but can you win the fight? Someone's got to get on. Oh, checkmate playing it to the limit. TVNT finds Kellex. Fight already turning against them. Someone needs to get that point again, but they can't. Checkmate just out of resources. And Matt, map 1 jitter.
We shall see some options here. The Diva as the gates open for OWCS, as it will be Landon piloting the Baptiste. We've seen some truly historic stuff from him. Legendary plays on that hero. They're going to need it here to tie the series up.
Landon gonna feel good about this. A matchup where he's very comfortable. Twisted Minds feel that the mirror is the best option. And Labda's taking the high ground with the rail. It's a strong rotation from the Symmetra. They're starting to put pressure on this point. Once again, Katsuya trying to play that momentum game, but Quartz, you cannot peek this man on the Sojourn. Katsuya with 4. Still on the map, still staying active and holding this map control. But will they be punished for it? Astro looking to punish with a boop, looking to find somebody stepping out, taking a risk. Landon forced into a drone. TVNT pressuring with Yubi, and now they're being pincered a little bit by Labda on the respawn, but hard to navigate, and Quartz finds Kellex in the chaos. Twisted Minds just really taking over this series now. I mean, Katsuya not finding anything, no relief, no respite from the Soj.
I mean, it must be so fun to play with Quartz as he just dominates the lobby. That is great positioning early on from OWCS. They kind of get the high ground, they force TM to kind of rotate.
Sojourn, Yubi though, taking the advantage, taking the aggression to OWCS's offense, and Kellex is already down. A risky play to go this deep, but it pays off, and with just the Amp Matrix, they clean up this fight. 2 minutes on the clock, and Castilla struggling for answers, struggling to find a response here on the biggest stage of the year.
Play there. Use the Amp Matrix, TP'd on through. It'll be the OC here from Labda. Finds Simple up on the high ground. That's huge.
Textbook play from Castilla.
Astro's gonna play for beat.
Into that window. Still a retake on the cards. Quartz with an OC. You'd be crazy to bet against him. He does find one, but checkmate gets the trade. Will he happy about that one? Shuts down the OC. Castilla comfortable, holding on to this point. Beat from Funny Astro. Kellex far away from the counter. But somehow Castilla living through it, surviving deep into this fight. Ziad is gonna go down, popping that self-destruct with a symbol protects from Yubi. Twisted Minds regrouping back into this court. Back any second now, and Ziad forced into a reset.
Oh, huge. I mean, they get the D-Mech there on Ziad. He uses self-destruct, able to make it out. Yubi plays really nice here, gets to the health pack. Ziad will be forced to swap and swap back. I love the way that TM played, that they got inside, they waited for that sound barrier, they ran on out, pushed on through. Checkmate here with the wall. Kellex with a beat here, has to be good.
Crucial. Timwall forcing a response now, threatening the capture. Twisted Minds want to wait it out, want to delay to this very last second to use their annihilation.
And Amp Matrix coming up.
Now he instantly pops it, but he's so low, taking immense pressure. Katsuya keeping the aggression on. Ziad beat just in time. Perfect from Kellex. And Ziad wastes no time, straight to the back line. Takes out the sustain. Simple down, but Yubi energized in the back. Annihilation still running. Quartz, he's still alive. He's still kicking in this fight. Window misplaced from Landon. A crucial mistake, but he holds his nerve. And now,
you still have TVNT and Astro alive here, though. You're gonna have Simple coming up a spawn. TVNT just trying to juggle behind that phone booth there.
Sim is so strong here, Matt. So difficult to retake into. TVNT has to step up onto this point, but he's right into the car wash. Getting absolutely cooked by OWCS. And finally, some purchase of the series. They take King's Row first, and we've got a series. Tools to support it in terms of the ultimate economy, and so Card is rolling quite a bit here. Playing this slow, it's a risky gambit. Twisted Mind's gonna step up now, taking a risk. Labda all the way to the back line. Beat is good though. Up just in time for Funny Astro. Katsuya still alive with 4, Landon's still healthy. And knowing this team, they're gonna take this test, they're gonna take this challenge.
Yes, they have flipped sides of the map yet again. Sound barrier there, nice from Funny Astro, keeps everybody alive through the OC. Quartz with an overclock of his own, may not need it. Oh, finds Kellex there. Trying to get out of harm's way, but Quartz does not miss.
He's just trying to regroup with his team. Checkmate Opens with the wall, but it's countered by Yubi. Response is good, and Quartz! Oh, this is looking terrifying now. Katsuya. No one has yet been able to stop this man. Sojourn taking over the lobby, and Quartz, he's got the OC.
Oh, look at this, landed. Up on the high ground, they found him. This is not oh wait, what?
Somebody had to stop Quartz. Landon says, fine, I'll do it myself. They come to contest him in the high ground, but it's too late, he rotates away. And finally, this is a chance for Katsuya to take this player advantage. Twisted Minds, do you dare fight without your superstar hit stand? Maybe not a good idea.
No, you have to back up here. TVNT can poke a little bit, get this annihilation. Yubi is here with the TP. You can get another touch here as we get under 30 seconds.
Windows traded, Labda finds Yubi. A huge opener, Labda 1 HP, just barely staying alive. Ziad blocking all of this oncoming frontline pressure. Has the self-destruct available. Gonna pop it to get back into the suit. Twisted Minds backing up for now. Position split, but they're attacking from multiple angles. Katsuya have to back up for the moment. This choke is so difficult to break. Kellic steps up, but Checkmate scared to swing the corner now. They commit for it, but remember, Quartz should be on their back soon. They let it go, chasing down this tank group.
Yeah, but Bunny Astro's gonna get them away here, Jake.
Beautiful rotation there from the Twisted Minds main support. OC pop now by Quartz. Looking to punish, looking to take down Checkmate. Checkmate caught in his sights. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Quartz with 2, looking for more in the fight. 3! And he's just adding insult to injury now. Twisted Minds. What a hold. And this is, if you can't beat him, join him. And in a series with this much at stake, you've got to adapt to the flow of the game. It's leaning heavily Ramatra as Quartz. Looking for an off angle here. Holding on this TP.
It feels like, though, Jake, with the less D.Va in the mix, that is exactly what TM wants to do. Ziad pushes on forward, finds Simple, so that is the map piece out of the equation. We'll see if maybe there's a change here. You know, Twisted Minds could go. They're not really known as a hit scan player. Finds himself on OWCS this year and is more than proven himself.
Oh, looks like we got a server crash. Oh no, players are still in, we're good. Katsuya. Oh,
An interesting spot there from Labda.
That's crazy, he took the flying Ramatra perk.
Most likely the game's still going on as we jump back into it. I would dare to say this is probably not the game as well.
Well, it looks like they're capping, actually.
Yeah, Twisted Minds definitely looks like they're capping here. Funny, Astro dodges something. You still have the Ram on the point, so they haven't decided to make any changes here. It is actually a sim wall that comes through here. OWCS here, this is them up on the high ground with that Amp Matrix.
We'll see if it's enough to open up this gap. I hope you'll bear with us as we look to get these resolved.
We still have a fight over the point here. OWCS, Twisted Minds. This is a sim wall here from the defensive side of things. Looks like it is Twisted Minds here. Okay, so for my money, it looks like getting very close to taking this first checkpoint, which they just do.
Okay, we're back into it. And I mean, TM off to a hot start. Katsuya committed heavily, trying to hold on to that first point, and it's hard to blame them.
They have to gonna go all in, try and get that hold. The take not exactly easy there for TM. It's gonna be Annihilation Sound Barrier combination here as TVNT just laying down the damage. Nobody able to get out of his sights.
He's getting a lot done in this front line. Katsuya like for the fast fight. Getting that fast reset now. Blow, which would be so hard to recover from.
Yeah, and going down 2-0, kind of playing your own game here. OWCS needs Labda to do something heroic here. Labda and Landon getting close to an Amp Matrix.
Frontline pressure now, immense. Twisted Minds looking for any opening. Landon forced into that drone. No defensive, rips the window on the high ground, but Quartz has already found Kellic. Landon soon to follow. Quartz with 2 in the fight. And it's just Ziad and Labda trying to hold on. Player advantage to Twisted Minds. They look to clean up on King's Row, and Quartz does it again. He just can't miss. Twisted Minds, obliteration in this series, cutting a bloody path through the opponents.
Matt number 3 here, ready to kick off in just a sec as the doors open.
They're tripling down. The D.Va once again, Ziad. He's found so many kills, but they haven't been able to piece together these team fights. Yubi has just been cooking on the sim. And now, Quartz on the casualty. Unleashed on one of the iconic hit stand of Overwatch. Twisted Minds, twisting the screws, pushing in. Katsuya falling back for the moment. Point about to unlock.
So TP comes down and they actually don't decide to take it. Cords actually tries to take an off angle there. Maybe you can catch players on Alcatia running away. Yubi gonna have this TP available to use. See how they decide to do it. High ground here for Alcatia.
He's running out of cooldowns on Ram. Form to expire soon. Funny Astro goes down. Katsuya wait them out, grinding out the cooldowns. Lambda strikes first blood on the map. A second to follow. And Katsuya's turn for a decisive team fight. And I sense a momentum shift here. Man, I mean, that was a very patient team fight.
The board here early as they push in. They're gonna move through the car wash here. The Sim TPs deployed by Checkmate. Gonna get above 50% here on our first flash point. The Landon with the Kitsune Rush already, most likely for Twisted Minds. You're working towards your farming that up going into the next fight.
Yeah, they need this rush to begin the fight. Katsuya playing this slow and careful, kiting away around the high ground. And Twisted Minds sort of caught in the loop of chasing here, hunting for kills, but Katsuya don't give them anything. Cautious positioning from the supports. And as the time starts to run down, TM need to make something happen here. They need to step to the point. And Lambda waiting for that, waiting for any opportunity to strike.
So much more patience here from Alcatia.
Beautiful from Cords.
And you find Landon. Landon has that Kitsune Rush, decides not to invest it at the moment. Everybody from Alcatia. Double support ultimate for TM though. So you can invest pretty heavily if you are them in this fight. You get a hold here, you may be able to steal this first flashpoint.
Rushes pop, front line sprawling, Lambda with the high noon. Can he make the difference? Step to the wall, TP behind. But the sim wall protects here. Yubi keeps the team alive. Beat comes in from Funny Astro, but it's too late. TVNT is down. Katsuya, player advantage in the fight. Tank is down, but Twisted Minds have been known to fight back in these scenarios before. Ziad wants to ensure that cannot happen, but Quartz is still standing tall. And Ziad with the pistol, the Bunny Blaster. It's enough. And that will be Katsuya capturing a point here on Flashpoint. Flashpoint really does allow more of that kiting strategy. TVNT wants to get in, Tango aggressively in the front line, but Katsuya hasn't been letting him do that. Now Twisted Minds say, okay, we'll slow it down too. We'll match you on some of these slower trades. No one touching the point for the moment. Both teams not wanting to yield any position for the incoming fight.
So difficult to get this Ramatra out of these positions. Nemesis form gone. They actually go right on past. Does not matter. They take out Simple, TP across. It'll be TM, though, getting control of this point.
It's the dream first kill, taking down the enemy Kiriko. And both of these teams, you can tell, they're just experts at this style. They know. No use continuing that fight without the Kiriko. No chance to sustain through. Instead, they reset. But it's Katsuya now with the point control.
You're back pretty quick here. If you're Twisted Minds, Deadeye TP combination available to be used. Let's see if they decide to kind of throw that out into the mix. Quartz was able to find one the last time we saw them. Combo that also now with some poke damage coming on in. Simple gonna be able to get this Kitsune Rush.
Katsuya poking very well right now. I mean, Checkmate Lambda standing tall with so much confidence on this high ground. Twisted Minds, TP up to the high ground, take the fight. Simple, pops that rush to High Noon, very channeled, huge risk here. Lambda and Quartz both find one, but Ziad makes the difference with the player advantage. Yubi so low now, falls as well, and gets here, bat away that aggression with ease, with comfort. Rushes traded, High Noons as well, but you're very happy to be in this position. TVNT being stalled out. A bit greedy from Katsuya, but it pays off as now Quartz goes over to that Freya you talked about, but without TVNT, a recontest is a fraught proposition to say the least.
No, you're giving up this flashpoint, and Alcatia showing the Diva's been so strong. You see why they try and protect it for Ziad. Just a master at piloting this hero. They TP down, see if they can catch anybody on the flank. Don't find anybody back to the point.
Yubi has this sim wall. First is opened by Checkmate. Later by Yubi, so has a little bit of a time advantage in this fight. Katsuya may have to play this one slow. They do have that self-destruct on Ziad point about to open. Twisted Minds with the positional advantage. The TP flips the map. The beat aggressive here from Kellic. Funny Astro with the later beat to respond. It doesn't come into Yubi though. Lambda on the off angle, staying alive. Both teams resetting, relatively healthy. Ziad loses mech, but has that self-destruct for the retake. Twisted Minds low for now. Yubi goes down, landed. A crucial opening kill. Lambda in the sightlines, taking it to TVNT, who's low, who does fall, but not before striking second blood.
He binds too.
It's a 3-on-3. It's two supports and Quartz, the hero so many times for this Twisted Mind squad. But Ziad in with the Bunny Blaster, absolutely fearless in the front line, and it will yield a first cap for Katsuya.
Yeah, I mean, that's just initial control over the point. And look at this, Jake, a change here for TM. They are going to go over to the Zarya. I've not seen much Zarya in this series yet at all. But this time it's going to be TVNT using that Zarya to really put some pressure on his Ziad.
He gets back into that suit, though. More fight to be played. Kelix and Labda somehow find kills. TVNT punishes Checkmate for it, but he's low. Funny Astro as well, hunted down by the young gun diva. Ziad with yet more. Quartz touches the point, but cannot finish the flip. And Katsia on the verge of a dominant flashpoint. I mean, this is a map that, talk about a tempo shift in the series. Despite being up 2-0, it's Twisted Minds forced to blink first, forced to swap away from their preferred style.
A must-win map for Alcatia, and they are most certainly playing like it. There's likely one more fight here on this flashpoint. Bola shot here from Quartz, takes a lot of poke damage there from Checkmate. So he's trying to work his way through.
The tempo advantage, Ziad zones away, they're split. They don't know what to do. Heinrich still channel, damage is good onto Astro, and they can't even touch the point. Defensive fights on this first point. So look out for the very aggressive moves, the quick resets from these defenders, Twisted Minds. As they come out of the gates, they need to read this hold instantly and decide their response. This should be well drilled for them.
So Quartz is right around the corner, knows there's going to be players here holding close. Kelix takes some shots. Ziad gets right in there, body blocks it, eats some of the damage.
Quartz fearlessly wide on this angle. Takes a bit of pressure, but continues to put it down. Ziad getting low, needs a lot of support to stay alive. Starting to tick down, Twisted Minds inching the cart forward. Katsia can't allow it if they want to multi-fight this map, but Ziad just runs out of gas. Labda finds one, but this close to the TM spawn, any trade is a good one. And Labda sacking on the cart, taking the reset. Kelix as well.
And Twisted Minds wants to do. So Quartz already basically near a Bola shot. You see Ziad almost dead before he can even get in. Vortex thrown in. Gonna slow down the advance here from Alcat.
It's a very early push from TM. If Katsia could just weather the storm, they've got a lot of cart time to give up. And as the cooldowns run low, hold on, Kelix caught in the flank. Quartz shut down. Funny Astro reading that play beautifully, and Quartz looking for more, dives in on top of the sim. TV from Checkmate slows the play down, and it's gonna turn into a final retake, but now very telegraphed. Quartz knows exactly where they're coming from. Ziad into the car wash on the ramp, being cooked from all angles. Landon doesn't find the chance to pop the Kitsune rush just yet. Twisted Minds snowball through first point.
And they are just punishing Ziad as he tries to move into
Twisted Minds high ground hold. TP out for now, into the house, straight into the fight. Landon rips the rush, they're on top of TVNG, hitting him from multiple angles. Punished on the forward tank from Twisted Minds. They hold the rush for now, but this looks very solid for Alcatia, retaking the map. They do not want to give up trades here. Want to assert full dominance. Quartz up on the high ground, looking for kills on his way out. And he will find Labda. That's a beautiful final kill to find. It will open a power play for TM on the next retake.
Rid of TVNT. Now the rush comes in from Landon. They're able to get rid of TVNT. He's got the Annihilation rolling. It wasn't impactful at all.
Now an unanswered rush. OC pop from Labda. The stim wall up in his face. Will he step through it? So risky to make that move. Yubi takes a huge risk coming through that. But the stim wall zones them away for now. Katsia playing this low. That is rush and stim wall out. I mean, these are powerful ults deployed. Katsia staying alive. Now it's their turn. Popping the stim wall, creating all the space. Twisted Minds have to fall back, have to play this high ground, but they're happy to have this position.
I mean, this is where TM wants to play. You get control of this high ground, they're not exactly going to TP in on you. You have the cart, the map is somewhat flipped.
Quartz has so much room to work, the beat protects. Funny Astro with a much later beat. TM starting to pull this card away. Ziad, the Annihilation, keeping him alive for now. Denying some of this aggression is now Katsia, since it's their turn, stepping up, putting the pressure onto his DM. The high ground control means everything to Labda's so incredibly low. Damage from Quartz though cannot get cleaned up. And it's this duel on the high ground feels so important. Labda, Quartz, old friends, now enemies across the table. Ziad goes down to Yubi, and the pressure maybe getting the Katsia. The rush comes in from Landon, but already 2 bodies down. Labda finds one back, but surely a healthy TVNT will clean this up, and it's Quartz on the high ground, undeterred.
I mean, he is just uncontested up there on the high ground, just kind of vomiting damage down onto the side of Alcatia, as that'll be a second point here.
Inside portion of the map.
I mean, some sick ultimate advantage here for Twisted Minds as well.
Flanking TP, very nice. Bola shot doesn't seem to find much for the moment, and Labda punishes Quartz the counter pick. Working for now, the rush out from Simple, but Ziad denying the movement of the cart, can't hold it any longer. Yubi comes in with a TP, finds 2, and now Katsuya forced into a desperate reset. A more expensive fight than TM would have liked, though. I think that's the best you could hope for from Katsuya in that engagement. Draining a few of these key teamfight ultimates, looking to make a hold on Route 66 last point.
The sim wall here is going to be crazy in terms of strength.
So true.
As we get towards the end of the map, maybe one more fight here for OWCS on their defensive side. Sim wall comes out. It's going to split off this high ground.
Ziad steps into the plate, but he's all alone. He's isolated behind this sim wall. Getting poked from all angles. Ziad goes down. The sports just can't get him in that angle. Katsuya down players, the cart rolling forward. Someone has to touch. Someone has to be the hero. But Quartz continuing to put that pressure on. Yubi doing the most as well. And Katsuya just cannot make its key objective. TM, an absolute blitz offense. And Katsuya, what do they have? How can they bring this back? You just have to get this over the line in OT. You just have to trigger one more round.
As the gates open, it'll be OWCS coming out, playing that Sojourn yet again. Labda's preferred option in terms of the hit scan. Quartz, though, on the Freya. That consistent damage, time and time again, putting pressure onto Ziad. Already a little uncomfortable, not piloting the Diva. So you see Ziad rounds the corner. Shots going in over the shield. The main tank of OWCS here from Quartz. He has been able to farm these Bola shots up rather quickly. Nemesis form here used by Ziad as they try and wrap.
Checkmate, taking an angle here onto the high ground. Twisted Minds patiently rotating away, running this clock out, kiting these Katsuya players, but Katsuya happy to have this high ground on Big Earls. A lot of position from which to work. And Quartz trying to strike back, but not finding the angles just yet. Does get a good connection on the lab, and the burst is good. Come on! This guy is unstoppable. TP over on the high ground. Kellex not ready for that rotate. Punished down. Yubi's right in the mix. And is desperate for Ziad. Checkmate looking for trades. They'll get nothing.
And I think Labda, like Freya, would much rather play the Sojourn or the Cassidy. Shots to the high ground here.
It's one thing to play the Freya, Matt. It's another thing to match Quartz. Firing on all cylinders, drops down to 1 HP, and the Sim Turf from Checkmate cleans him up. Labda finding a crucial kill, making this feel just possible. Simple drops the rush. They won't back down. They're continuing on in this fight. Landing a few percent away. Katsuya weathering the storm for the moment. Yubi full energy on the Sim, but still traded. Rams both finding kills in this fight. And Katsuya looking to clean this one up. They're gonna have to just fall back and push the cart. TM still alive, still holding map control, and right back into the engagement. TVNT wastes no time, gives up almost no cart pressure whatsoever.
It's a Bola shot that comes in from Quartz, doesn't connect with anybody. Double support ult available, but they lose Labda as the Kitsune rush drops.
A furious barrage of fists here, the annihilation as well, but the rush still deployed. Katsuya strong as a unit here, fighting together, staying alive, using these reduced cooldowns, but they'll have to back off. Without Labda, it's just too hard. You can't find that damage to overwhelm TVNT's front line.
Yeah, and he's got the annihilation going at that moment, even though the rush is there for OWCS and Landon. TP to the high ground here for OWCS.
He's flanking, he's in behind, onto the Lucio, the explosive bolt connects, Kellex is down, and Quartz hunting for more, peeking from every angle. Feels like he's all over you in this map, playing as he pleases. Full resource from Funny Astro's Lucio. Some big bullets from Labda are gonna slow him down for the moment though. Check that aggression.
This may allow though, Jake.
Quartz is down!
Oh, that's huge. Twisted Minds, it's gonna actually be Yubi with that Sim wall. Bola shot comes in from Labda. Funny Astro holding on to this beat. Don't think you want to invest it just yet. The Sim wall still protecting them.
TV behind. Yubi putting some big damage down. Labda is low. Remember, Quartz coming back up the respawn soon. This fight is going very long, getting stale into the action. But finally, Katsuya took almost the entire 4 minutes, but they'll get some momentum going. Twisted Minds still have one more shot at this.
You can get another fight here for TM, and you're going to have double support ult. You're going to have to be playing it into this annihilation, though, that's going to come in from Ziad, and most certainly a sound barrier as well. Quartz getting dangerously close to that Bola shot. We've seen time and time again. He drops those right on top of the TPs if you want to take it. One more bite here.
Rush on the point, full aggression, Labda fights Quartz, a critical fight to win. The beat comes out from Astro and Kellex. Twisted Minds though, they're bloody and bruised. Katsuya look to clean up this fight, keep us going on Route 66, but Yubi has found Checkmate. He's still healthy on this sim. He's still standing tall, and somehow TM Despite the pick, it's Yubi's turn to take over the game. Twisted Minds take a 3-1 lead in this series, put themselves on match point.
On New Queen Street. And for Twisted Minds, one more map standing between you and a world championship.
Both teams gonna roll out with their preferred style. Can they find this boa constrictor feeling, just playing it slow, grinding out the cooldowns, or will Twisted Minds be able to swarm over them, connect from these fists of fury? TVNT's Ramatra has been devastating in these brawls. You've got to keep it controlled. You've got to stay focused. Kensia, though, the pressure is immense and mounting.
TPs come down from both teams.
Kensia so low.
OWCS take it just for a little bit, but they do take some damage from it. Nice disruptor shot. Yeah, Labda getting a lot of value with that.
And TVNT has a defensive form here. So Kensia are going to start to pull this card away. Instead, they turn to put the pressure on. Checkmate goes down, but Labda has found the trade. Yubi, though, getting energized, has clutched out fights before in this series. Labda with the second. This is a perfect time for him to come online in this series. Needs more and finds it. Now Twisted Minds, it's just Quartz and TVNT trying to stand tall. Labda tries to dive in, but the Mega snatched away. TVNT still in this fight. Ziad, maybe enough health to get this done. The Matrix denying any chance. Can he stay in the suit? Just barely. Landon takes out Funny Astro, and I mean, a fight just doesn't get much closer than that, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, an all-out brawl to kick things off. Getting the beam rolling on the Sim, that ramping damage. He was fully healthy. And finally, they're able to take him out. It's, oh, you lose Kelix here at the start. That's a disaster of a first blood there for OWCS. You lose the Lucio. Not everybody else able to make it out. You don't
He's
gain
so confident. Labda does have that first OC.
No,
but it's a hard place to open up.
This is a massive fight coming up here. Twisted Mind's gonna have absolutely everything to work with, could make a strong push towards checkpoint. They win this next fight. They push TVNT up onto the card here. TP comes in, OC from behind.
Takes the TP, gets the wide angle, but isn't finding the connections just yet. Simple has pumped that Kitsune rush. Whoa, slide forward from Labda, so aggressive. Maybe a misclick there is punished instantly by Twisted Minds. A gift given and received. Quartz, multiple kills in the fight. And Katsuya, the nerves maybe bearing down on them. It's a relatively expensive fight for Twisted Minds.
Ziad steps up just a little bit. They do give up the checkpoint. They end up going in with the rush.
Very early rush, and it's just guided.
You can back.
Twisted Minds, Funny Astro laughs in the face of that rush. And they're right back into the engagement. They're not even yielding much space. Yubi, maybe a little bit of overconfidence there, stays close, gets punished. The beat is too late. Kelix with a much better response. And now TM down their Sim, lacking damage in this frontline pressure fight. TVNT pulls the trigger on the ultimate, trying to clean this up. But Checkmate has outflanked them now, and it's his turn to clean the fight on Sim. TVNT stalled out, finds one kill, but nothing left to find in the fight. Just barely hangs onto the suit.
So now OWCS, let's see though, Jay, can they set up one of these, like, maybe they go with a Sim TP with a bomb, a la Twisted Minds when they decide to play these Diva comps. Is TP around here, getting Labda into a better position.
Labda gets a bit of space, but doesn't want to swing wide just yet. Sim all deployed now from Checkmate. Something to work with. Twisted Minds, no ultimates, just have to outplay with the Sim TP. They've almost done it, but Landon somehow takes the head off of Yubi, and that leaves TVNT hung out to dry. Twisted Minds forced into a desperate stack onto Cart, and Katsuya will retake the lead. Real fight in this series.
Yubi just farming up some damage down here.
But he's so low.
Kitsune rushes on both sides. Ziad actually finds Yubi here, so
Ziad,
get rid of this Sim yet again early on, and now Ziad can go to work.
He's doing everything in this fight. TVNT has that Annihilation rolling. The self-destruct will zone him away for now. And Katsuya just getting meter after meter of progress. Building up this lead, building up this advantage. They don't need to commit in this position. Playing slow for now. Discretion the better part of valor. Twisted Minds, though, it's their turn to clap back with an ultimate bank, and Quartz doesn't even need it. Finds that opener onto Landon, and Katsuya in a sloppy reset. But they've got a lot of lead to work with, Matt.
They do have a lot of lead, but the defense matrix there from Ziad as Quartz looking with the 100 energy there to line up yet another railgun kill. They have to turn, they have to get rid of the TP. Respect the fact that Yubi may go through it. Ziad dangerously low.
Sim wall's created, Ziad getting low, the Sims building up that energy. Katsuya have to yield the cart for now. Both Lucios looking to have the better beat. Katsuya go first. Funny Ass with the better response. Quartz just barely gets the beat in time. But still, they're chasing him. Still, they're hunting for more. Yubi finds checkmate. The cart being pulled away. Ziad has taken down one. And yet the other four, Twisted Mind, still healthy. Still pushing this cart. And if they retake this lead now, Matt, it's dire straits for Katsuya.
And Ziad cannot get demeched. They know there's one more player here, though. Kellex trying to get out of harm's way. It's going to be the Kitsune rush here, over by the point.
Ziad can't get that self-destruct online. Landon fighting with the rush. It's not enough. Overwhelmed, Glad the desperation OC refuses to give up this lead, but he may have no choice. Katsuya team wiped on the map, and Twisted Minds looking to complete this map, looking to potentially close out the series here and take home the trophy in Stockholm.
And they lose Landon here late. Quartz building up towards yet another overclock. Fortunately for Katsuya, Ziad, a second life, the self-destruct, may have to use it quite early.
Nice heat of destructive shot. TVNT finds Labda. This could be it. Zion, self-destruct, back into the suit, but TVNT still healthy, still brawling on the point, and Quartz has done it so many times before, and he'll do it again with the OC finishing their longtime foes. Twisted Minds rise as champions to take their place among the stars, a new champion in a new era of Overwatch. EMEA on top.